Hi, fans. Thanks for clicking the Reddity Rose report. Got a lot of information here to tell you today. Emma, of course, underwent some successful back surgery on Wednesday for a ruptured disc. WWE hasn't released an official update on when she's going to be returning to TV, but she's in good spirits and currently resting at home. She says thanks all to everybody for their support and keep me in your thoughts. Surgery went well today. Resting up now, and WWE's saying we don't know when she. They're not saying when she's going to be back on TV. Well, she just had surgery. She ain't going to be back for a while. They don't have to say that. We know that. Hey, The Wrap reports that The Rock is going to be starring in a movie based on the late Robert Ludlum's best-selling book, The Jansen Directives, and it's for Universal Studios, big name pictures, which is hoping to be a multi-film franchise, sort of like Jason Bourne's series. You want to keep it going. Boy, Rock has got to be, she got to be making more money than anybody in Hollywood. Rock also executive produces the movie with his business partner Danny Garcia and their Seven Bucks production company. Might want to check on see who Danny Garcia is. Anyway, the movie follows a former clandestine operation, presumably going to be The Rock, now working as the best private security consultant in the world. And the consultant is framed for a horrendous crime and must team up with the protege that's sent to kill him to survive. That's the only way he's going to be able to survive. I'm excited. All right. Hey, there's a video I put over on the Diamond Dan Facebook page. It's Smash a Demolition, talking about working with Rick Rude and the Road Warriors in a bar in Minnesota years ago. Smash said Rude was probably the toughest out of their group because he wasn't scared of anything. Smash said Rude was really a nice guy until you crossed him, and that would, and then he would do whatever to win. I wouldn't want to play poker with him, I guess. Smash also confirmed a backstage incident between the Warrior and said it was probably a case of Warrior nailing Rude a few times in the ring. Because Warrior wasn't all that great a wrestler. I mean, as far as wrestling, great showman. But anyway, Rude waiting to handle it because he was wanting to give a good match. So then he set up the Warriors straight when they got out of the ring and went backstage. Smash said Rude did that with a few people. Kind of let him know that, hey, WWE officially confirmed a rematch between Rival versus NXT champion the American Alphas. Going to be taking place June 8th. Takeover, Full Sail University. So far, we got tag team champions Dash and Dawson taking on Gable and Jordan. We got Finn Balor taking on Samoa Joe. I think it's going to be in the steel cage, too. All right. This is one of the, I think, most everybody's favorite wrestler that ever wrestled. Not the best or anything, but just a favorite. On the morning of May 20th, today, 2011, 5 years ago, Randy Savage died at the age of 58 years old after suffering a heart attack while driving with his wife to Florida. Anyway, he became unresponsive, lost control of the Jeep, crashing into a tree. The initial reports of Savage's death indicated that he had been killed in the collision when, in fact, he and his wife had been wearing seatbelts and only suffered minor injuries in the crash. Now, the medical examiner did an autopsy performed and found out that he had an enlarged heart and advanced coronary artery disease, more than 90% narrowed. Anyway, drugs were found in his system, included prescription painkillers, didn't say anything illegal, and a small amount of alcohol. Anyway, Savage never been treated for heart problems, so there's no evidence that he was even aware of his condition. Cause of death was officially ruled as heart disease, not the wreck. The Savage's remains were cremated and placed under his favorite tree on the property, Largo, California, near his mother's development. And 10 days before his death, he asked his brother to pour his ashes of his dog in the same spot. All right, now just a little bit of history here. In the main event of Final Resolution, January 2005, scheduled to be Jeff Jarrett and Randy Savage for the NWA Heavyweight Championship. Well, anyway, the plan was for Savage to win the championship and then drop it back to Jarrett the next day, or the next pay-per-view. But on February 18th, 2005, however, Savage left TNA due to health concerns and retired from professional wrestling. I think he had something new that was going on. Now, back then, you took things to make you bigger, or, whatever. I'm not sure if he had maybe the same problem I think Ultimate Warrior had. All right, after a bad experience, Kevin Owens was on Twitter and exchanged with a restaurant from Montreal. It's like Notre Vos de Grace, something like that restaurant. I don't know what it is. Anyway, he said, had a terrible experience just now. He says, waited for about an hour for your order and ended up having to leave without eating. And then the restaurant wrote back on Twitter and says, we must not have been clear enough. We're John Cena fans, and we didn't want your biz anyway. Hope you enjoyed the free drinks. They must have walked out after that. Oh, some of the things poor wrestlers have to go through. And I bet he was hungry. He looks hungry all the time. Hey, the pre-sale for WWE Cruiserweight Classic was held tonight, last night, after NXT taping. Many of the fans bought tickets before they go and went on sale to the public. I think it went on sale today at 10 o'clock. It's not confirmed, but the Cruiserweight Championship will be a different setup than NXT TV does, which allows for more seats. Noted the championship thing will tape Thursday, June 23rd, Thursday, July 14th, Friday, August 26th, Wednesday, September 17th. We'll go on for a while. And Dark Main Event, after last night's NXT taping of Full Sail University, saw Adrian Reese defeat Nikki Storm. Nakamura and Baylor defeated Dillinger and NXT champion Samoa Joe. WWE issued a Twitter poll after last night's SmackDown, and the majority of the people, well, just barely majority, give a thumbs up of 58%, which I still think is terrible. And WWE website notes that Emma's ruptured disc in her back was something she'd been dealing with for about a while, but it got aggravated at the May 8th WWE live event. While Emma confirmed on Twitter that she had successful surgeries and now resting up, WWE noted her time of frame of getting back to the ring is undetermined, which I don't know why they say that. Indie wrestler Johnny Vendel worked last night's NXT taping, Full Sail University. He wrestled No Way Jose for a match to air on next Wednesday's episode. That's a good break for him, even though I'm sure he didn't win. And previously reported that NXT TakeOver will take place June 8th from Full Sail. It's called TakeOver Revenge, official title. And there's nothing been, there's nothing been talked about of finding a female talent for the United States champion Kalisto in the current feud with Lana and Rusev. But Lana recently debuted at NXT, losing the tag team match on May 13th in Largo, Florida, and the officials are looking at giving her more in-ring experience, in case the idea transpires. So they want to have Lana ready if they can find somebody to go with Kalisto. Goldust said on Twitter, 8 years ago I decided I needed help. Drugs and alcohol consumed me and everything I did on a daily basis. 8 years ago I said, no more. Clean, he says. Former WCW star, remember old Dirty Dick Slater? He's still dirty, 65 years old. And WCW star Psychosis, 45 years old. And this would have been the birthday of Andre the Giant. I can't imagine this. It would have been 70 years old. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.